What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid News Now. It is good to be back. I know it's been a while. Hopefully these will actually be more consistent again now and moving forward. But I kind of feel like I've got to catch you guys up on what this video is, because the last time I did one of these, we literally had 20,000 less subscribers. That was only about a month ago, but still. In the Hybrid News Now series, we try to catch you up on all the top stories from around the comic book world in that day. And if this is your first video, you picked a huge one to start on. In today's top stories, the Aquaman movie has found not only its Black Manta, but potentially also Aquaman's mother. Marvel and Freeform's Cloak and Dagger series has found their Titular characters, and the young Han Solo movie has officially started production. First though, let's jump on over to the DCEU and talk a little Aquaman, because some major roles in that movie might have just been filled. First up, the huge Aquaman villain, Black Manta. He's been reported to have some role in the movie for a couple of months now, ever since The Wrap broke the story on that back in August. To fill the role, according to The Hollywood Reporter, James Wan has tapped Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who received heaps of praise earlier last year for his role as Cadillac in the Netflix original series The Get Down. The THR report claims that Mateen was the pick after several weeks of meetings with prospective actors, but it's one that I really wholeheartedly endorse. I mean, he looks great for the part he's built. I honestly think he looks like he could go toe-to-toe with Momoa's Aquaman. On the less villainous side of things, James Wan and WB are closing in on filling the role of Atlanna, Aquaman's Royal Atlantean mother, and to that end, they're reportedly circling Nicole Kidman for the part. Believe it or not, this actually wouldn't be the first time that Kidman would be appearing in a DC film. That distinction goes to Batman Forever, but it's also not even the first time she's been up for a DCEU role, as she was apparently this close to playing the Amazonian Queen Hippolyta in Wonder Woman. That role eventually went to Connie Nielsen, but if Aquaman can land an award-winning actress like Kidman, it has what's, at this point, really shaping up to be a spectacular cast with Momoa, Amber Heard, Patrick Wilson, and now these two new additions. I can't believe I forgot Willem Dafoe. Let me know what you think about those potential castings in the comment section down below, but moving on to our next story with even more potential casting news, Marvel and Freeform's first collaboration, Cloak and Dagger, has found its cloak and its dagger. And it's not Debbie Ryan and Noah Gray Cabey, as per those reports from last week. Instead, Marvel has announced that those roles will go to another Disney Channel star, Olivia Holt, who will play Tandy Bowen, aka Dagger, and the Night Of's Aubrey Joseph, who will play Tyrone Johnson, aka Cloak. For those of you unfamiliar with the comic, Cloak and Dagger follows the romance of two runaways with superhuman abilities. Cloak, who kind of acts as a living embodiment or portal to the darkness dimension, and Dagger, who can create, you guessed it, daggers made of light. Reportedly, the series is set to air sometime in 2018, though we don't really know exactly when right now. But given the casting of the lead actors at this point and the rate at which the project is developing, I'm guessing it'll be sometime earlier in the year. I actually really like these castings, partially because I see the actors they chose and their backgrounds as kind of a metaphor for Cloak and Dagger themselves. I mean, on the one hand, you've got Olivia Holt, who's been acting since she was 3, and she's been a Disney starlet since she was 9, and she kind of grew up in show business in the House of Mouse, and that kind of really fits with Dagger's more privileged upbringing. And then you've got Aubrey Joseph, who hasn't had as much experience on screen, but he's been in some really critically acclaimed stuff like The Night Of, who overall just has kind of less exposure to that privileged life that Dagger's had, which kind of reminds me of Cloak in a way. Let me know what you think about these castings, and comment question of the day, are you excited for Cloak and Dagger? Do you think you'll be tuning in? But moving on to our last story of the day, the young Han Solo film has officially begun production. That's right, the second Star Wars anthology film starring Alden Ehrenreich as Han, Donald Glover as Lando, and Emilia Clarke in an unknown role has officially begun filming, as was announced by one of the two co-directors, Chris Miller, with this image and the pun, Han First Shot. And if that pun wasn't enough for you and you haven't yet noticed it in the image, the working title of the film is Red Cup. Like Red Solo Cup? Yeah. Jokes aside, I'm honestly excited for the film. I know a lot of you out there aren't. A lot of you are like, why do we want this? Why do we need this? But Phil Lord and Chris Miller are a hilarious team, and they're also hilariously good at making movies, and I expected this one to be no different. You might be wondering why they're filming so early. I mean, Star Wars is a December thing now, right? Well, if you remember, Episode 7 and Rogue One were both originally planned as December releases, but they moved Episode 8 back from May of this year, just 4 months from now, what might have been, to December as well. Han Solo: A Star Wars Story is still scheduled for May of 2018, just 16 months from now, as it always has been, barring any changes. So let me know what you think of young Han Solo's very punny start of production, but that's going to do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, and subscribe for more great content every single day. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.